Good morning, everybody. This is Israel Madrid and your favorite co-anchor.
Andrea Cano.
And this is Radio ABCD EFGFM.
This is your favorite daily program, International Promotion Strategies, sponsored by CETIS Universidad and Professor Máximo Cervantes.
Today we have a very special program because we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, sports.
Yes, indeed. We have here a case study of Under Armour, and let's start talking about a little bit about the company.
Like many big companies we hear about today, Under Armour's story is one of perseverance, very hard work, and faith. Kevin Plank, founder of one of the Eagle-eyed companies for sports apparel and former Maryland football player, knew back in his playing days in 1996 that conventional sports clothing made out of cotton weren't the best option to practice his sport. He dedicated his life starting a company that developed compressed clothing that would not absorb sweat, be more comfortable, and more functional in the field. Kevin Plank began his dream selling his shirts to the lacrosse and football teams at the University of Maryland out of the trunk of his car.
However, it wasn't until 1998 where Under Armour was offered the opportunity to provide clothing for the actors players in the movie Any Given Sunday that was going to be produced in Baltimore, Under Armour's base of production. This was the first time the brand was nationally exposed and followed by an enormous effort. Plank, with the help of his staff, purchased a full page in the news ESPN Sports magazine. From here on, the phones kept ringing, the consumers kept coming, and the sales kept rising. It was the jumpstart for this nascent company.
Most of UA's success compared to other leading sports brands like Nike and Adidas was the focus on niche markets. A huge example of this is a line of tight-fitting t-shirts made of synthetic compression fabric targeted to professional athletes and fitness buffs, offering them a way to stay cool and dry during workouts and games. Strong product positioning, quality products, and dynamic advertising have been the main success factors of UA.
We're gonna have a small discussion about Under Armour's approach towards entering the basketball footwear market, specifically the NBA.
But before we focus on that, let's talk about Under Armour's success. There are multiple factors that include strong product positioning, quality products, and dynamic advertising that had helped UA to accomplish their placement in the U.S. market as leading brands in sports apparel. And the reasons for success is knowing what the market and the product. Plank saw a market need, and at the moment, he developed a product to satisfy that need.
I think the main factor is that Kevin Plank is passionate about sports and knows the needs and wants of an athlete. Kevin's ambition and creativity gave him the motivation to start up a $2.2 billion company and being ranked in Forbes' millionaires list.
Yes, I agree. Now, one of the most important things that we must focus on are the key components for UA's IMC program.
I don't know if you recall the advertising company featured by football athlete and Plank's former teammate, Big E, showing a bunch of athletes training and screaming as if their lives depended on winning the game. Do you remember?
We must protect this house!
I will.
That message was so effective that it became a brand symbol and a motivational slogan for every football team in the US, and they will remember Under Armour for that.
Yes, I could completely see the strategy that UA took by taking international and local markets, sponsoring local high school teams, and making endorsement deals with professional athletes such as Olympic medalist Michael Phelps. Let's go off the topic a little bit and concentrate on UA's decision to enter and compete in the athletic shoe market segments such as cross-training, running, and basketball shoes. This is where UA is underestimating the power of the competition in footwear. Customers' loyalty is very high in this market, and it is a difficult task for newcomers to take hold of that market share. Specifically for those companies, I think the risk is too high to take for the low percentage of revenue in footwear sales in UA.
We're talking about a big investment for market share that is overwhelmed by powerful competitors such as Reebok, Nike, and Adidas. That's what actually happened with the UA. They were having problems selling their footwear. Although they're still trying to push the basketball footwear in order to fulfill their company goal, that is becoming a global multi-billion company. They're using Brandon Jennings as their head company image for their basketball footwear. In my opinion, Jennings is not the correct image for Under Armour. He may be good, but he's still a rookie player. He's playing for the Milwaukee Bucks, that is not an A-list team in the NBA. You know, Nike has a 95% share of this market, which means that Nike is at the very top of the basketball footwear chain. They have endorsement deals with MVP players like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, just to mention some names. What do you think?
I think UA is eating more than they can chew at the time, and they're facing a very difficult task going against a powerhouse brand like Nike and Adidas. And in my opinion, they should take a few steps back and keep doing what they are doing with their product positioning and advertising campaigns so that the brand name does not lose its credibility, and wait for the best moment to put their product out there because of the strong competition, because of the decrement of the NBA fan base. And let's face it, these are not the times when NBA had players like Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, John Stockton, among others.
Well, I think Under Armour has done a really good job. They started from the bottom and they accomplished so much. However, it is a young company and they're starting to learn their boundaries. Well, that's all for ABCD EFG Radio. Hello and goodbye.